Senator Colbeck.
On May 13th, President Obama's Department of Education, Department of Justice teamed up to threaten the withholding what amounts to the milk money from our schools if they didn't abide by the federal lesbian, gay, bigender, bisexual, transgender questioning guidelines that they put forward. First, let me be clear, the school district should simply ignore these threats. The federal government used as a basis of their threats Title IX. And I want to make sure everybody understands, Title IX clearly talks about sex, not gender identity, which the Department of Justice sought to try to expand this to. In fact, here's what Title IX actually states. No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subject to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Pretty clear. No mention of gender identity in that. Unless Common Core is redefining definitions for us, and I wasn't aware of that. The Federal Department of Justice and Department of Education are actually seeking to change the statutory of Title IX to include transgender students without any legislative action. This is clearly beyond their constitutional authority. The President doesn't have the right to change laws unilaterally, although he's done it many different times, including on his landmark legislation, Obamacare. He doesn't have the power to do that without consent of Congress. And we've also got a federal court out in South Carolina that's trying to do the same thing, legislate from the bench. People need to understand that all legislative authority under Article 1, Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution is vested in the Congress, not in the President, not in our court system. You know, given that 50% of our third graders here in Michigan can read, it's clear that more energy should be focused on helping students learn, not emphasizing guidelines that distract teachers and students from the education process. In the final analysis, the federal government has no constitutional authority to dictate to or threaten our schools. Proponents of the LGBTQ policies, such as those proposed by the federal government or even our own Michigan State Board of Education, claim that their policies seek to promote a safe and supportive environment. My friends, this is simply not true. So it's clear who the real bullies are in this whole discussion. And the real bully in this discussion is President Obama. Our message to this bully should be very simple and clear. Pound sand. I'd like my remarks added to the journal, please.
Without objection, remarks will be printed in the journal.